Welcome to BergKnifemaking.com. Today we're going to take a look at making a deer antler cast scales. Now this was just an idea I had. I was working on this deer in the woods electro-etched blade for a customer, and I decided to try to have deer antlers cast in clear aluminite and see how they looked. I wasn't sure if anybody has ever done this before. I've seen antlers cast on the crossfile, on the profile cut, but never like this. I called my friend Brad Hunt from Bradley Hunt Designs. He makes some beautiful knife handles. He doesn't do a lot of castings. He agreed to cast these for me, and I'd give it a shot. So what he did was he cast it in clear aluminite. And this is not one of my regular videos. I really didn't even video the whole process, so I'm just going to piece it together with some photographs. I cut those scales in half, or that scale material in half, and then it was very thick, so I ended up grinding it down to the proper thickness, mostly from the bottom, which actually ground through the antlers. Very pleasantly surprised at how tough they were on the inside. It looked like the aluminite actually impregnated the antlers. And then, just for some contrast, I decided to add some African blackwood or ebony bolsters. So I cut some ebony, I glued them on with black and white spacers. And of course, when you're lining those up, you have to critically make sure that the spacers line up on both the top and the bottom of the knife, before you glue and clamp those into position. So this is now with one side of the scales glued on, and the other one I'm just kind of holding in position just to show you the relationship between those black and white spacers, lining them up both top and bottom. I then clamped those, glued them, pinned them, drilled and pinned them in place, and then I went back over to the 2x72 grinder and started to profile the handles and also started to shape those scales. I do most of the work on the 2x72, and then I do go over to an oscillating sander just to finish it up, and then to a buffing wheel. I was very pleasantly surprised with how this little project came out. I like the contrast between the ebony and the antler. This, of course, is one of my two-tone blade etchings, and I think the customer's going to be real happy with it. Anyway, like I said, I didn't know if anybody had ever done this before, but I figured I'd put together a little video just to show it off. If I didn't mention, the blade is AEBL stainless steel. And that's it. I hope you liked the little video. If you did, I ask that you please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'd love to hear your comments in the comments section below. And by all means, check us out on our Facebook group, Knives and Knife Making. You can also check out the book that Jason Northgard and I put out last year called Introduction to Knife Making, and that's available on Amazon.com. If you want to look at some of my additional work, www.bergknifemaking.com. Thank you very much.